Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of VlogMail, opening your mail on this couch.
The mail from May.
It's the mail from May 2019. Let's get started because this is a pretty big one. This is a pretty big one. So We're gonna start with our featured letter, which is actually more of a featured postcard. It's from
Martin.
It's true. And Martin, aka Fossick Stream, which probably means more if you tune in to Breakfast Stream, because Fossick is a frequent attendee there. But this actually comes from Mount Fuji, because you can see
there used to be like a post office or box or something up there. I don't know if there still is, but you can buy postcards and like special stamps to put on the postcards from Mount Fuji.
Well, on the back here, it actually says, "Hello, Stephen and Mel from Mount Fuji from Martin, aka Fossick Stream," and it's the World Cultural Heritage.
And like, see, there's a special Fuji stamp, and like this stamp is also Fuji, and this is mountain. And no, it's not. Is it river? It's hard to see with the stamp font.
Fossick's spent a lot of time in Japan, and we've received a package from Martin before about.
They went home and came back to Japan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's super cool. Mount Fuji is a place that unfortunately we have not had a chance to be yet.
Kinda saw it from the train.
I mean, yeah, but
it was raining.
And also, like, seeing it is different than, like, being on it.
Where this was taken, on this side of that lake, is on my Google Maps of where I'd like to go.
Well, at some point in the future, I think it's very reasonable that we'll get back to Japan, and hopefully we'll get a chance to, like, I mean, not, like, climb it.
I'm not interested in climbing it.
Yeah, but I'd like to, like, get on it a little. You know, you touch it where you go from flat to up. Once you touch that, that's you did it. You're on the mountain. You know, if you go to Everest and you touch the bottom, like you've touched Mount Everest, that's good enough. I don't gotta get to the top. That's also a whole other thing. I don't know if you guys have like looked into this a little bit. Like Mount Everest is like crazy crowded, because you think of Mount Everest as like, oh man, it's like a hard thing to do, and now it's like not even. That's not even how it is anymore. There's like, is it Sherpas? Yeah. The Sherpas, that's the name. They take the people up, so it's just really however much money you have, you can get to the top of Everest, and it's like a line. It's like a cafeteria line to get up there.
It's like a ride at Disney.
Yeah, basically. It's actually wild. You should go watch some mini docs about it. Anyway, Martin, thank you so much, and it's very sweet that you thought of us while you were experiencing something of beauty. Mount Fuji's a really cool mountain.
Yeah, it is. It's just like the symmetricalness of it.
That, and then also, and I think to a certain extent, you experience the same thing with, what's the name of the mountain in Seattle?
Mount Rainier.
Yeah, Rainier. Like you experience that same thing where like you get to be within the city, like you're in Tokyo and you can still see it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, not all the time, but it's the same thing that's why I compare it to Seattle, where you've got this thing of beauty that's like just a part of the landscape.
Where we live is super flat.
Yeah. Like
the biggest hill we have is like a foot tall.
Yeah, that's why mountains are so interesting to me, is that like we don't have any mountains.
None.
You guys, like this is flat. The state is flat, unless you get up to the certain parts.
Like where those trees are real big down into the water. Like those big trees. Yeah, it's like that here. It's flat.
It's flat. Anyway, Martin, thanks for the postcard. We're going to move on to the packages. As I said before, there are a lot. Mal, where's our first package coming from?
Courtney in Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nova Scotia. So inside there are, I see some DS games and also a letter. And this says, "Dear Stephen, Mal, and Kitties, hello from the Great White North. My name is Courtney and I just finished my 3rd year of chemical engineering at university. Since me and my younger sister are now both in university and moving out of our parents' house, we did a huge spring cleaning of all of our stuff. In the process, my sister found her old DS Lite and all of her old games. Instead of donating them or trying to sell them, I thought I would send them to you. The games I included that you don't have are Imagine Teacher, which is a Mal, oh my goodness.
Oh, look at the watercolor set.
Mal, you could teach in Imagine Teacher. And I'm sure that would be an experience. I didn't even know that existed. Nancy Drew, The Hidden Staircase. There's a lot of Nancy Drew titles, especially for DS, Mario Party DS. I thought that was weird that you don't have this one, so you might actually have it and I just missed it on your collection list. No, actually I don't. As far as I know, I don't have Mario Party DS. Now, I actually have a very weird Mario Party game, and a lot of people don't even know it exists, and that's Mario Party E.
I was gonna say, yeah, e-reader.
Which is actually, it's a full-fledged Mario Party game for the e-reader. I bought it like new at a Kmart when it first came out. I'm looking forward to hopefully covering that at someday on the channel. Pets, Horseshoe Ranch. I read ranch and didn't put horse and ranch together, and I was like, why is there horses with Hidden Valley Ranch? And it was very confusing to me. There's also, trying to put these in the same order, Puffin's Island Adventure.
Did you ever play a pets game?
I never played one on my own, but I do have a faint recollection of dogs.
I have one of cats, and it may be cats too.
It was either dogs or cats, and it was like back in the days of like Windows
oh, yeah, like the old
95, 98
yeah.
or something, and it was like a demo from something, like a cereal box or something. The Price is Right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Is that the right song? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yes, it is. Sometimes I get that one, and then, what's the other one that's not The Price is Right?
Wheel of Fortune?
No,
Oh,
the other one,
Let's Make a Deal.
Let's Make a Deal. I get those confused sometimes. Wipe Out the Game. And...
Can you sing that one's theme song?
No. Wizards of Waverly Place. And it says it's the only game that doesn't have a case. So I don't know if that's in another case or if it's like in the box. It might just be, oh, there it is. I found it. It was like a little fun puzzle. Wizards of Waverly Place. I'll give that to you. And the games you already have that I figured you might be able to exchange are New Super Mario Brothers and Animal Crossing Wild World. And thank you, I can.
I have fond memories of Wild World.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get around my college's stuff so I could play it online with you.
Yeah, Mallory and I each had a copy of Animal Crossing Wild World, and we put a lot of time into it in college. Like before the vlog existed, we would spend lots of long nights playing Animal Crossing together. So I have a lot of fond memories of that game.
If I load it up, like my town message board has messages like from you, and I have letters that you wrote me.
That was like a long time ago.
Yep.
That was a very long time ago. And then New Super Mario Brothers, that's a super important game because that is literally the start of the new Super Mario Brothers series. And I bought that game the day it came out from whatever, GameStop, EB Games or whatever. And it just fascinated me. And there's one level in particular in that game where you get a blue Koopa shell, like right at the beginning. And the blue Koopa shell you wear, and then after you get the running start, you just like spin in the Koopa shell. And I replayed that level over and over and over again because you could play it without needing to like do anything technical. Like you could just be in the Koopa shell and then jump at the right moments and everything would work out.
It was one of those levels.
It was hard to do, but it was really fun. It reminded me of the cape from Super Mario World in some ways. Anyway, hope you have fully settled into your new house by the time you open the mail. I am currently writing this while watching the first breakfast stream in the new house. Warm regards, Courtney. P.S. I didn't erase my sister's save files on the games because the DS was dead and we could not find the charger. That's just more fascinating to me, personally. I really like it whenever I pick up a game and the save files are still on it. Obviously, you can't do that with disc-based games because it's from the memory card, but anytime we pick up carts, it's really exciting to see what that person was doing at the time. Like, what were they, how far did they get? And if it's like an RPG, like, what characters were they using? What class systems were they in? What items did they have? There's been some really fascinating stuff with some of the Earthbound carts we've picked up too, because it's like, what? Why? Why they didn't know that they needed to get rid of these items? That, you know, you don't need the bad key machine when you're fighting Gygas. Anyway, Courtney, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. DS games are some of the most fun, I think, to collect because they remind me of the cuteness of Game Boy boxes, but with durability.
Yeah.
Because the Game Boy boxes, like, you have to be very, very careful with them because they're cardboard, and these are obviously much more durable. So they're cool. They're cool little things to collect. Anyway, Courtney, thank you.
Our next package is from China. ...
There's no real return address. It looks like it's from a company, and it just says description 1 blanket. So I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure who this is from or what this is. So I'm gonna open it up and we're gonna find out. This has really been really difficult to open. There's been a lot to it, but I think I finally have it open. And it's got like a little pattern on it. I still can't tell what it is.
Soft.
It is soft. This is a beautiful blanket. It looks like, it kind of reminds me of a cow. Like a cow's pattern. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking like winter camo, like snow camo.
Things that I have never thought about in my life. The words winter camo. It's one of the ways you can figure out that you're from Wisconsin. Yeah, actually I see it though. There's a bit of a camo pattern. I'm not really sure who this is from because there's no gift message inside. And my sincerest apologies if someone told me, because occasionally people send stuff our way and it doesn't let you do gift messages, and then someone might like tweet me or send me a message, and a lot of the times, especially if mail's behind, it takes me a while to get to the mail, and I'm just so busy that I end up not remembering. So if I was told about this, then I sincerely apologize. But also, this could be a part of another package or something,
true.
Which is possible. Either way, this is beautiful, and it's so. What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, it feels like, nice to touch.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's very silky.
Yeah, it's like a silky soft, not like a fluffy soft.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of coffee.
Coffee?
Just because it's got like it's the same color as coffee. It makes me thirsty for coffee. But if I was cuddling up with this, I probably wouldn't want coffee because I'd be warm enough. Wouldn't need that. Anyway, whoever sent this our way, I appreciate this. This is very kind and very, very, very soft.
Next up, we have 2 packages coming from Amazon.
Okay, so we'll open up the first one. Always a possibility of a gift note in here. And there is...
a gift note.
A gift note. And it says, "Hello, Stephen and Mouse. I saw the TRG Coliseum VOD where you were doing Throne controllers. This might help with that Persona 5 question you got in the show." From Jennifer, aka Yuki Mizuno, /GMILP. P.S. Do not Google SMT Mara. Okay, I will take that advice. And it is a copy of Persona 5 PlayStation Hits Edition. I'm gonna have to do a first 20 of Persona 5, and it's not gonna be a first 20. It's gonna be a first
like 50.
Well, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long it'll be, but I have had so many requests to cover, even just as a first 20, like Persona 5, that I have to do it. And actually, I was getting similar requests for past Persona games before 5 was even out. People wanted me to play 3 and 4. And I have continued to skip out on them, and I think the time is here. I think the time is here. I've had too many requests to do Persona 5, and I just recently released a vlog where Thomas talked about how he had played it and he really enjoyed it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not committing to like an entire series, but I do want to get a taste of the game so I can get a feel for what it is, and then also to appreciate Joker. So I don't really get to appreciate Joker in Smash Brothers to his full extent, you know? So I'm gonna have to do that. Anyway, Jennifer, thank you so much for sending this our way.
And the other Amazon one is a sticky envelope.
It's very hard to open. There we go.
There you go.
This has also got a little gift note. And it says, "Hi, Stephen and Mal. Now we can't have a breakfast stream without the thing that started it all, bread. You two are amazing, and keep up everything you do. See you in the next video from Blue Luma 24. And thank you. And it's some sort of... Oh my god.
What? Oh.
It's a bread plush.
It's so cute.
Let me open it up. Look at this thing. It's a little winking bread. It has 2 heads, which is mildly horrifying. Faces, yeah. I guess no heads, technically. And it's got...
A wrist strap?
It looks like it has a wrist strap. Like if Samus Aran had a bread beam, like... Bow, 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 bow. Bow, bow. It's kind of... I don't understand this. This is really confusing. What's the little thing say? It says cotton food. And... Oh, it's definitely in... is that Korean? Looks like... Well, that's Korean. Korean? I guess it's just Korean.
Chinese.
Is it Chinese?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm not good at identifying languages, so I'll take your word for it. It's super cute. It's super cute and a very appropriate plush / mascot for us at this point, since we're doing breakfast stream twice a week. God, it's so soft. We're getting so many soft things.
So many soft things.
Blue Luma, thank you for thinking of us and sending this our way. I still don't understand the wrist strap.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Maybe you can like strap it to another
Your
plug.
hair, like a scrunchie.
I don't know why you would do that, but yeah, you could do that, I guess. Anyway, Blue Luma, thanks for sending plush bread our way.
Our next package is from Blackwood, New Jersey.
And it's this little envelope. Yeah,
Nice.
That's easy to open. And I see some games inside, and then also there's a letter. It says, Dear Stephen and Mel, hi, so my local animal shelter recently had a yard sale where people bring their stuff to sell and raise money for the animals. A lady had some old Wii games to sell, so I checked her collection and bought the ones you don't have yet, at least as of writing this. Here is Ben 10 Alien Force, Calvin Tucker's Redneck Jamboree. That's an exciting title.
Ben 10.
Again, Zoo. What have I told you about Zoo? I'm serious about this Zoo thing. They publish the games that no one else will. Calvin Tucker's Redneck Champ. What a bizarre... 12 redneck-inspired events?
Every year, the people of Redneck County gather to compete in the Great Redneck Jamboree. Come join them and test your redneck skills in 12 hilarious events to gain more bottle caps than any of the 4 families participating to become the greatest family of the county for a year.
This is incredible. I've never seen this game before, so... and Disney Sing It, which is a little cracked on the label side of the disc. Hopefully it works. It's no problem. Best of luck with the new house and everything else. Also, the Coliseum videos were gold. Good job to you and Dan on making those. Looking forward to future antics. Sincerely, Mariela, or Buttercup is Evil on YouTube. Mariela, thank you. I sincerely appreciate Wii games, because we're trying so hard to collect them. And there's just, like, I pick them up a lot. Because I go to Player's Choice a lot, and I pick up some of the games, and like, I'm continually impressed by how many games I've just never seen before. Again, I've never seen this game before. I've just never seen it, and that continues to be the case as I continue to find games that I've never heard of, and then I'm bewildered. Like, there's a little... Dan, I don't know if we can zoom in on this. There's a little man back here standing next to a porta potty. I'm really looking for, like, I know that this year for Extra Life we're doing GameCube, and I'm really looking forward to 2020 and doing non-stop games like this. Just all day, raise a ton of money for the Children's Hospital, and we did it all playing Calvin Tucker's Redneck Jamboree. That's what I'm excited for. Anyway, Mariela, thank you.
Next up, we have a package from Nick in Bear, Delaware.
And this one's taped pretty good, so give me a sec. All right, I did it. It's a little difficult, but I got there. And inside there is a letter, and it says, "Dear Stephen and Mao, how are you?
Good.
pretty good. Really can't complain. This is a late Christmas and Easter package. No wrapping this time, though. Sorry. For Christmas, I planned to follow up the gifts I sent last year by sending the Cowboy Bebop movie and the Sailor Moon S movie, but I couldn't find the Blu-rays only DVDs. So instead, I waited until the release of Dragon Ball Super Broly and picked that up for you two instead. It's one of the best Dragon Ball movies in my opinion and completely rewrote the Broly character. Don't worry, Steven. He doesn't hate Goku's crying and can say more than Kakarot this time. All right, so let's open this up. That is a freaking beautiful cover.
Wow.
Holy crap. You guys can kind of get a sense of that. It's very, very vivid in person, but also like it's got the little holographic things. It's very, very cool. That's awesome. All right. As for Easter, I sent a bunch of Smarties, 2 packs of the giant ones Steven loves so much, but also some odd ones I found around. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. I love these things so much.
There's also smoothie ones. So these are like the regular Smarties.
Ah, that's why the packaging looks a little different. I see. So there's other Smarties too. So 2 packs of Smarties smoothies, which you grabbed. 2 packs of Smarties bubble gum. Oh, that's different. Hold on. Wait, no. Which one is it? This. I think this is it.
Oh, these guys. I remember these. These are the lollies. These aren't bubble gum.
Oh. Well, there's a lot in here. It's just like a Smarties care package. 2 packs of bubblegum eggs. So those are those things.
Those are these.
2 packs of Smarties bubblegum balls.
These.
Those are those. 2 packs Smarties gummies.
These.
3 Mega Smarties lollipops.
These.
And 2 Smarties squeeze candy.
These.
And a bag of regular Smarties.
These.
Honestly, Smarties are seriously like some of my favorite candies ever.
I had a teacher give them out all the time.
Especially the big ones like that. God, I love those things. They're so good. Be careful with the lollipops. They crumble easier than you'd think. I hope you two enjoy the Smarties and Broly. From Nick. P.S. To answer Steven's question for my last package, R is Season 2 of Sailor Moon, while S is Season 3, and Super S is Season 4. The first and 5th seasons didn't have movies. Oh, okay. Interesting. Actually, that's one of the things that we're probably getting ready to watch pretty soon.
Sailor Moon?
Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is something that I'm really interested in checking out. So that's something that I want to do probably pretty soon. We haven't actually admittedly watched a No, I'm good, thanks. That one's yours. I am a texture boy, and that is one thing. I saw that, I was like, that's Mal's. Everything else, hard candy, cool with.
It tastes just like Smarties, but it's a different consistency.
Yeah, it comes in a tube. It comes in a tube. Again, like I will consume literally every other thing in that box. But you
can have the bubble gum.
Me and squeeze
like
candy, I'm like.
Oh, remember the squeeze sour candy?
No, because I also didn't consume that. The closest thing I got to like weird things that aren't that isn't even that weird is Fun Pops and Pixie Sticks. The dust, I can do that.
But as soon as it's jelly.
Yes, which is strange because I like jam, but like.
What if you put that on toast?
That's not where that goes.
Neither is pesto.
That's different. That's very different. Pesto is a different, belongs on. Anyway, Nick, thank you so much for thinking of us. Thank you for the Smarty Care package. Mallory will consume the squeeze stuff, but I will eat everything else. In fact, it's kind of convenient that we're upstairs where I work anyway, because I can just like put this on my desk from here without having to move it and just start consuming them immediately. I've actually never seen the original Broly film, so this is going to be my first chance to see it. And it's also probably good that I ended up not seeing the first one if they're rewriting the canon, since they're changing how it actually goes, so cool. I've also heard about this. I've heard that this was really good and well done, so we'll have to catch it at some point. Anyway, Nick, thank you.
Next up, we have a package from Calvin and Bich in San Francisco.
Strength!
Nice try.
Wow, that was embarrassing. Really thought that I was gonna be able to do that. Strength! I did it. All right, so I actually opened the package up upside down, which means that there's probably a letter and it's probably on the bottom. So we're gonna have to like dig to it just a little bit.
Ooh, careful.
These are fine. I did open it upside down, but these are fine. I see the letter. I got there. All right. Dear Stephen and Mal, hope all is well after the lovely move. I'm sure you can figure out this time that this box has some stuff in it. I'm also hopeful that the item in the box isn't broken as well. I'll keep this brief. Let's meet back in the next package, shall we? Witches of the best kind, Calvin and Bich. Thank you, Calvin and Bich. And good news, these arrived safely. And it's Mr. and Mrs. and they got little Kit Kats on them. I love it. I love it.
They're very cute.
They are very cute.
They will look great on our coffee bar.
It's true. It's true. They will. I love them. I love, and now we actually have room to like have
our
and
coffee.
display the mugs, which is nice. So let's find out what goodies Calvin and Bich sent. This box got a little abused by the Postal Service. They normally do a pretty good job, but this one in particular, it got smashed up. So some of the Pocky is gonna be a little crumbly, but that's okay. This is coffee and cocoa, which sounds delicious. And then we've also got
Melty blend.
Melty blend.
A mango melty blend.
It looks like the box actually melted. But that's why the box was so easy to open from the bottom. It was just kind of like coming apart on the bottom. You're gonna have a melty blend?
Melty blend.
Ooh, and this is a Trader Joe's dark chocolate truffle bar, which is cool. It also came in its own like protective wrapper, which is wild.
That was really weird.
Oh my God, it's Sarah Scribbles, Sarah Anderson, Herding Cats. I don't know. Her stuff is really popular online, and I see the stuff populate on populate? Is that the word I wanted? Propagate on like Twitter and things like that, and it's always really, really great. I didn't know she had a book, but I guess I should have assumed. There's a lot of stuff is about like anxiety. Yeah. And like worrying about, you know, like what other people think or your mind playing tricks on you and stuff like that. This is
like cats
and also just cats. This coffee will raise my productivity levels. Up we go. Wait. Then, of course, the anxiety is up also. Wait, no. That's awesome. That's awesome. And Mal really enjoys his comics, too. So that's cool.
That is cool.
Banjo-Kazooie Banjo 20. That is really cool. I'm not sure where this came from. Yeah. But this is the 20th anniversary of Banjo-Kazooie. I'm not sure if this was like
a promo or
it's like it was clearly some sort of promo, but it's like was it a promo like with Loot Crate or something like that? I'm not sure. This is super, super cool. And now I'm real curious if Josh actually has this. I don't know if he does
or knows of it.
Or knows of it, yeah. And what's so neat is that this is actually done really well because
embossed it's like a real plate.
It's actually embossed. It's not just like printed on metal. It looks like a real plate. It comes with a little hanger on the back so you can display it. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. The Awkward Storyteller, a party game for creative people. In each round, one player is the storyteller and reads a story card out loud. Other players ask questions about the story and play a letter or word card. The storyteller has 10 seconds to answer each question using the word or by starting their sentence with the letter of the card. Can you answer questions from all players? That's cool. This is kind of like a more structured version of Munchausen.
Yes.
That I played at TRG Coliseum. Oh, that's really neat. Also, I love that it's players 4 to 11 because we've recently had people over
lot of people.
And playing games, and like the minute you cross first off, there's a lot of games that cap at 5. Well, there's a lot that cap at 4, there's a lot that cap at 5, and then there's a lot that cap at 6. And the minute you get into 7 players, you're like, oh my God. you find like the
harder.
the handful of games you can play with 7 people, and you're like, this is it, you know. So more games for more people is really nice. Anyway, that's really, I've never even heard of that. There's another Pocky in here. This is just Pocky.
Excellent.
Pocky Excellent. And Pocky Falchon Paris. It's blueberry. Is what I should have just said blueberry. I can tell that it's blueberry. And then finally, it's
black currant.
Is that not blueberry?
A little bit different.
It's kind of the same.
Kinda.
We also have Ken. There's Ken. I have a long history with Ken because whenever I was a kid growing up, I would go over to Austin's house and we'd play Super Nintendo. We play Super Nintendo at each other's houses, but he had games I didn't. And one of the games he had was Street Fighter 2. And I basically always played Ken. And I played Ken because Ken was the American. Because you got to choose, and it had like the nationality.
Yeah.
And Ken was the American guy, and I was like, I'm from America, so that's who I chose. And then I got older and played it for myself, and I just learned Ryu instead. I was like, I'll just play Ryu. But I think they're actually pretty similar. I'm not sure.
I think so.
Because they're kind of clones of each other a little bit in Smash Brothers. That's really cool. It's really, really neat. Thank you. Calvin and Bich, thank you so much. This is it's a really, really fantastic box, and it's a shame that the Postal Service got it. They got it to us just a little beat up, but as far as I know, everything was still in the box.
These are really weird.
They're weird?
It's mango and chocolate. It's really weird. Like,
Yeah.
I've had chocolate-covered dried mango. I think Calvin and Bich actually sent it.
Yeah.
But, like, this was weird.
But good weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Yeah.
I can get behind good weird though. That's usually just fine. Anyway, Calvin and Bich, thank you so much. This is wonderful, and I'm actually really looking forward to trying out Awkward Storyteller sometime.
Our next package is from Christopher in Smyrna, Delaware.
And this one, in contrast to some of the other packages, was quite easy to open. Ooh. And there's a nice leather here with some very good handwriting. Hey Stephen Mount, this is my first time sending you mail, but I've been watching Stephen Plays since fall 2015. I first found your channel through the Skyrim LP, but I fell in love with your humor and soon watched pretty much all of the content there. I've been looking forward to the Breath of the Wild LP in particular since you teased it at the end of Ocarina of Time. The Zelda LPs are always something special. I've also been trying to make a habit of catching the breakfast stream, but the classes I taught, college math, this fall prevented me from seeing them live. I'll be there this summer though. Anyway, the box contains a number of PSP games since I noticed your PSP library was quite small. It also has Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age, one of my favorite games of all time. Don't worry, there's no snail in this one. Finally, I've included a box of Kit Kats because you two work so hard that you deserve a break. I know it can't compare to the awesome Kit Kat Challenge flavors from Japan, but hopefully you'll enjoy them all the same. From Chris. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate that. So let's take a look in here. And there is, of course...
That is a huge box.
That is a big box of Kit Kats.
Huge box.
Whew. You guys will see in a minute. Zodiac... I've actually heard very good things about Zodiac Age. I've heard other people talking about that. I'm not very well versed in Final Fantasy. I've talked about it a little bit before, but like I've played a little of 1, a little of 2, a sizable chunk of 7, and I quit on the final boss on 10. It haunts me to this day. There was a good reason, is because the game opens up at this point and it's like, please travel the world and grind. But it also lets you go to the final boss at any time, and
That was a mistake.
As a kid, I was like, final boss. And then you save the game, and it's like, you sure you want to save? Because you're saving, and you are the type of person that makes one save file, even though we give you 100, and you're going to overwrite this, so you can never go back. And I'm like, found boss. And then I'm like, oh wait, this is impossible to beat. What have I done?
It was a mistake.
It is for that purpose that I truly believe in my heart of hearts that one day we will stream Final Fantasy X. Because I have to beat that. Like, I screwed it up as a kid. Anyway, that's far in between from Final Fantasy XII, but thank you for this. And then, yeah, PSP is a system that I had a few games that I really enjoyed the crap out of as a kid. I say kid, I guess for both Final Fantasy X and also PSP, I was at least, in my teenage years.
Yeah.
I played a lot of the Grand Theft Auto Stories games. was it Grand Theft Auto Stories? Liberty City Stories, and then Vice City Stories. I played a lot of those. But we also have Daxter, whenever he left Jack. Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness. I like how they're advertising ad hoc on the front. Are you familiar with ad hoc?
No.
So ad hoc is local play, and now I'm not going to remember what ad hoc actually stands for. Someone in the comments will help me. But in the PSP era specifically, they used that terminology. Instead of just calling it like local play, it's ad hoc. So ad hoc on games meant that you could play PSP to PSP, which we do nowadays with the Switch, which is really neat. So Disgaea, Gurumin, A Monstrous Adventure. I haven't heard of this. It's interesting. We've got...
It's cute.
It is cute. Just that one that slipped my mind. I haven't actually heard of that. Family Guy, the video game, which I didn't know was on PSP. I know that's on like Xbox. We got a Ratchet and Clank game. This is Size Matters. This is straight up the first Final Fantasy. This is the re-release because I think it was released on PlayStation actually. I think maybe. Was it released on PlayStation and then put on here, or was it made for maybe it was made for PSP? I don't know. I haven't played this one, so that's interesting. I played the obviously like the NES version, but the GBA, Dawn of Souls. I think it's called Dawn of Souls, and it's a compilation of 1 and 2. Tokobot, which I've heard of, but I don't know what it is exactly.
I like it.
There's a very eclectic collection of games here, Chris. You have good taste in games. And then literally my favorite PSP game of all time, Loco Roco. This is also, I actually have a list, not to spoil my list to people, but I actually have a list of stream ideas, and Loco Roco is on there to play through with you at some point, because they released it on like the PS4 store, so you can play it on a system that is more easy to stream than the PSP. This game it's fantastic. It's not for everybody. It's a very unique thing. You play the entire game just with L and R. And you literally just, like, you shift the world. And that's it. So, like, you're trying to roll these little creatures that are singing the whole time. They're like singing, and you have to roll them into certain spots. And when they get close, you get a bunch of them, and you get them close together. You hold L and R, and they go, and then they squeeze together, and they form a big one. So you can do certain things, and then you get to a...
I love it.
I know, I knew you would. You like Tulip. You would be so sold on that. And then you get to a part where, like, they have to squeeze into, like, a really tiny space, so you just tap them, and they all, like, explode into the tiny ones, and then you roll them through. And the whole time, they're just like... It's a wild idea. They actually made a sequel I've never played. And yeah, at some point, we gotta do a stream of Loco Roco. It's so good. It's pretty short. All right, and then finally, Chris sent... Oh my God, it's heavy.
They're full size.
These are full... Lord have mercy. I mean, okay, so don't get me wrong. Yes, the Kit Kat Challenge is really exciting, and we get to try all these different flavors, but there is something wonderful and magical about just, like, normal Kit Kats. And it's also easier to sell to guests, too, because not everyone is adventurous.
What flavor is this? Wasabi?
Yeah, sometimes people just want a normal Kit Kat, and when we have guests and stuff over, this is a lot easier to just be like, hey, you want a candy bar? You want a Kit Kat? Because we have Kit Kats. This is awesome. Actually, it's been a long time since I've had a
regular.
Well, no, I was gonna say a full 36 pack of a candy bar. I remember in college, we bought a 36 pack, like, collectively for all four of us, for
cookies and cream.
That was Dan's favorite candy. It probably still is Dan's favorite candy bar, and I know that we bought like a big pack for everyone. And he's editing this, so maybe he can just answer the question. Dan, is cookies and cream still your favorite candy bar? Obviously, I can't hear his response, but he'll let folks know on screen. Anyway, Chris, this is awesome. Really good tasting games, and then I'm looking forward to diving into these Kit Kats.
You say diving in like you're gonna throw them on the bed and roll around.
I might.
Our next package is from Adam in Newfoundland, Labrador, NL, Canada.
Did you say NL Canada?
Yeah, that's like their abbreviation for the province.
It's just funny.
Newfoundland, Labrador.
It's just funny to hear you say it that way.
NL.
Like it sounds like a basketball team. Coming up, playing for the NL Canada, it is Adam.
You're just saying that because you're opening a Nike box.
Actually, no, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah, that actually is even more appropriate. So let's see what's in here from Adam. There is a letter, and the letter says, Dear Stephen and Mao, greetings from Newfoundland, a place you probably haven't heard of. Hopefully you both get a kick out of receiving a package in a shoebox. It's just how we do things here. I've been watching the vlog for several years and plan to eventually take the journey one of these days. You, as well as TRG, have helped tremendously during some hard times in life, and for that, I can't thank you all enough. I've been considering sending some mail your way for a few months now, so I figured I'd add to your Wii collection. Enclosed you'll find a number of games that will definitely be collecting dust among the rest, but they were collecting dust on my own shelf, so I thought it'd be better to have them collect dust on your shelf, where they'll probably be appreciated as part of a complete Wii collection. Or you could always pawn them off at player's choice. Regardless, I hope you both continue to make great content for the foreseeable future, and that the breakfast stream continues to be as entertaining as it's been recently. Specifically, the famous Potato Boy stream and the Thomas break-in. Also, have Kepi and Sagan gotten the hang of climbing stairs yet? With gratitude, Adam. And also, P.S. I threw in the Canadian flag as a joke to wrap the games. Do with it as you wish. Okay, as far as Kepi and Sagan getting the hang of climbing stairs, yes. And actually, it happened so remarkably fast, because when they first saw them, they were like, jump, jump, and then
going down was harder.
And going down was harder for them. Mm-hmm. And then within the span of like 20 minutes, they were and then shortly after that, I actually remember this very vividly, and I don't remember if I've told this story on the vlog, but they were going up and down too fast, and I don't know if they realized that. Like one of the first times that it hit me, I was like, Sagan, you gotta slow down, is he went down the stair, he was at the top, and he went down the stairs, and he only touched like 3 stairs on the way down.
And there's tile at the bottom.
Yeah, like he was just boof, 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 and I'm like, buddy, no, wait, hold on, you can't go that fast. That is too fast, you're gonna get hurt. But they've learned their limits now,
yeah,
so they're doing a lot better
fine.
now. But
I did want to say we do know where Newfoundland is. That's like up northeast, like Maine.
Yeah.
Extreme East Canada.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, I am not.
Yeah, I don't know all of them.
I'm not an expert geographer.
I can place some of them,
for
like
Canada.
half of them.
Yeah, I generally have an idea of if it's on the east or west side of Canada.
You don't know the northern provinces.
Oh no,
that like you
that
don't know
is
where
no man's land.
And Yukon is.
No, once you get past a certain place north, I don't know what's up there. Occasionally, though, and this is just a fun little thing about me and what I choose to do with my very rare free time, I go to Google Maps and I go up to Canada and to the parts where like no one would ever live, and then I look for cities, and then I zoom all the way in and look at just the handful of buildings, and I'm like, wow, you can go there. And there's like little, airstrips. You can actually travel up there.
Yeah.
And stay at like the one hotel.
Did you know there's like a little city base on Antarctica, and there's like a coffee shop and stuff there, and you can like go on Street View and look inside?
No, but I know what I'm doing next time I have a few minutes. Anyway, let's open Adam's gift here. So this is Oh, Canada, those are the only words I know. That's actually all I know. I know Oh Canada, and I probably knew a little more at one point. There was a show that used to run on late night Cartoon Network, Adult Swim or something. And I think the show was actually called Oh Canada, and it was created by Canadians, and it was like a variety show with different cartoons, like little one-off type things. I have no idea
what you're talking about, so.
I don't even know if other people are going to remember either, but I had seen a few of them, and I always thought it was really good. All right, so inside we've got a few games. Let me put this over here. We've got The Bigs, Ratatouille. He looks so horrified in that.
He does.
He's running away. 2K Sports, NHL 2K10, and it's like 10th anniversary. NHL Slapshot and NHL 2K9, basically taking care of a lot of the hockey NHL games like right off the bat here, which is great. And honestly, one of the difficulties about collecting a complete collection of anything is that there's a lot of games to get, and you'd be surprised by the things that elude you.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people think of sports games as common and easy to find, and then there'll be like just the one random game.
Why can't I find 2K?
No, it's like that. It's like that. And actually, to this day, because I've completed GameCube, but only the discs. I haven't completed everything about GameCube yet. And there's still a hockey game that I do not have the original box for. And every time we are anywhere that has GameCube games, I look for it, and I still haven't found it. So, yeah, you would be surprised. So even getting things like the NHL games is like a huge helpful thing, because there's a chance that if I was looking, I still wouldn't be able to find these. Actually, one of them in particular doesn't look familiar, so I don't know if I've seen this one before, Slapshot. So anyway, Adam, thank you so much for sending these our way. Sincerely appreciate you choosing to help us with our collection. And thank you for the flag.
Our next package is from Jackit K in Ransomville, New York. Beat that tape. It's the final boss.
Well, that was stage 1 of the final boss. I did it.
Good job.
It was a little difficult, but I got there. All right, let's take a look at the letter. Dear Stephen Amell, I was going to make the first package I sent to you a special Christmas in July, but I couldn't wait. So think of this as a housewarming gift, depending on the timing, and I'll save the true Christmas spirit bulk for a little closer to that time of year. For now, I wanted to share some art I've made over the years, as well as a couple pieces I've picked up from various local conventions and Com Bravo the last couple times I was there. I've noticed in the past, fans have sent you things from their local area to share a piece of their culture. But despite living within driving distance to Niagara Falls, I was struggling to come up with good ideas to include, so I decided to instead focus on local gaming conventions I've attended. I included what I could find from cons in this mini bag that has the kitty cone and the Mario pin. It was from my batch of souvenirs from the artist alley of past Com Bravo and local conventions. As for the rest of it, I decided to include some things that I made. They include some ribbons/charms, as well as some Pokemon Shuffle minifigures. I actually did a lot with dry clay way back as practice for one of the most unique parts of my physical art. If you haven't already guessed from what's in the box, that would be customizing Amiibo. So I should probably break from reading the letter and actually open up some of this stuff in here. So we'll get to the Amiibo last. Let's start by looking at some of the other things that Jack sends our way. So we have got...
Here, I'll open the Ziploc.
You open the Ziploc? Mm-hmm. We have got... I have to like hold things out, because when you have a perler really close to your face, you can't tell what it is. You have to have like some...
distance?
So if I look at it on the monitor, then I can see, because otherwise I'm not sure. And also this could be a Pokemon that I'm not sure what it is, but I believe it's this way. Because these are little feet. It looks like Flareon.
A little bit.
A little bit like Flareon, but with a horn. Like a horned Flareon. What's in that bag?
Here, you can have that.
It's a little kitty cone.
Uh-huh.
It's a little kitty snow cone.
There's also a ring with a octopus on it.
Octo-ring.
And I can't open this little Ziploc, but it's a Ziploc with the pin in it.
Did you say, I can't open this Ziploc, but it's a Ziploc?
But it's a Ziploc.
It looks like Mario in a tracksuit jumping over a fireball, which is a very bizarre thing, but very funny. And I kind of hope that at some point Nintendo is comfortable enough with their IPs to allow like 45-year-old or older Mario who's like
still doing Mario and Sonic at the Olympic
but also
Games.
like a real person, like instead of being drawn as a little cartoon character, like he's like actual proportioned correctly. I think that would just be really clever.
That would
anyway, so I read that part. Now I'm getting to the customizing Amiibo part. A while back on a breakfast, I heard you talking about custom Amiibo and how you'd love to have one. Well, it turns out for a couple years, I was really into making custom Amiibo myself. Okay. In fact, I made one in particular that I think you'd love. It's a Pac-Man Amiibo that I customized to look more like King Bob-omb from Super Mario 64.
Aww.
So I'll let you hold that up, please.
That's cool.
That is very cool. On top of the painting I do with acrylic paints, when I make more advanced customs with extra features like the stash and crown, I use a sculpting putty known as green stuff. And yes, it is actually called green stuff. That's all I've got for now, but keep up the great work with your content, stay healthy, and try to stay as sane as possible during these crazy times. Hopefully the little fan doodles and photoshops I post every now and then help. From Jackit K. Well, Jackit, thank you. I really appreciate it. There's also there's a PS here that talks about owning some of the products from Malmakes, and one of the really funny things is that it says that Jackit has a Dynablade bag because Mal did a really beautiful piece of Dynablade from the Kirby series, and Jackit says that on Pokemon Go Community Day that it gets mistaken for Ho-Oh. Which, like, I understand, but it also makes me sad that there's Pokemon fans out there that haven't played the Kirby games. I feel like that Venn diagram should be a lot close. I mean, like, I know they're very different style games, but like the art style and the cuteness factor of like Pokemon and Kirby, I feel like should cross over very well. So, in my personal opinion. Anyway, Jackit K, thank you. This is super cool, and in particular, like the work you did with King Bob-omb is amazing. It's always really cool to see the work done for custom amiibos, and this one's really spectacular. I just want to throw him off a cliff. That's how you win. That's how you win the game. Oh, hold on. I just realized that I never opened the little box. Sorry, Jack. There's a little Diddy Kong like streamer in here, and then those are the Pokemon Shuffle minifigs. Look at these little things. There's a Pikachu. That one's a little weird. It's like a cosplayer dressed as Pikachu, parody of Miley Cyrus on the Wrecking Ball. Not exactly what I expected to see, but life is full of surprises. So for our last package, it is heavily taped. It is from Jade, and Ayrielle. And if those names sound a little familiar, that is because that is the family that we were up in Vancouver, I should say Vancouver, for Make-A-Wish, I guess a little over a year ago now. So let's take a look and see what they sent. So right on top there is a letter, and there is some art. Ah! I love it! That's a little nest that Ayrielle drew. And it says, to Stephen and Mal, Konnichiwa, me and my parents made gifts for you. I used blending markers for the drawing. Hope you like it. Thank you, Ayrielle.
I love it. Blending markers are fun.
And I just love seeing people be passionate about the Mother series, so I'm definitely on board for that. And there's a letter here. It says, hey guys, with the first Wish-iversary either arriving or just passed, don't know how long it'll take for this package to get from way up here to way over there and down there. We have sent some items as a small token of our appreciation. Once again, we thank you for giving Ayrielle something so priceless. We could never pay you back, so we will always try to support both of you in any way we can, and we hope you enjoy these. Thanks again for going above and beyond for us. We commissioned a friend of Jade's sister to take our ideas and create these images of you guys as Smash Brothers characters, then got them put on coffee mugs. Hopefully they made it in one piece. We gathered a few treats for y'all to enjoy. Sorry the O-Henrys have peanuts, Mal. I believe the USA doesn't have them, so we figured we would send a regular and the Reese's version. Also sent you Jason's favorite Purdy's chocolates, but dark chocolate instead of milk. And of course we couldn't pass up a variety of Kit Kats. Lastly, a variety of coffee and teas. Mal, Jason hopes the cold brew grapefruit granita makes up for the pickle cotton candy.
Grapefruit's one of my favorite things.
Ayrielle also wanted to include a picture she made with her blending markers that she's really excited with, and a magnet she drew for a school fundraiser. Thanks again for everything. You two will always be our player one. Aw, thank you guys.
That's really sweet.
That's really amazing. All right, this is a huge box, and it is very heavy. And also, a little fun fact about these mail videos now. They are recorded upstairs, and it's warm.
Hot.
It's warm. So if over the course of mail videos while we live here, if we gradually get sweatier and redder, there's a reason for that. I just want everyone to like be aware of why that's happening. It's because it's hot now. So oh man, oh Timmy's. Oh, look at these. It's a Tim Hortons care package. So we've got Tim Hortons in here. We've got some O. Henry's, Reese's peanut butter, and the original. And
I don't think I've ever had them. Not
Really?
that I can now, but
yeah.
before I learned I had the allergy.
I don't know if I have either actually. Maybe, but they don't seem terribly familiar. I'm probably gonna have to put them in the fridge.
Yeah. You prefer things cold.
I prefer them cold. And then also, just from the small amount of time I brought the mail up here, now I'm like, oh Lord, I'm gonna melt everything. So we've got, here's that magnet. Aww. It's Ness and Lucas together.
And they have Mr. Saturn.
And they get a little Mr.
cat
Saturn.
heart. I love it.
That's wonderful.
That'll go with the rest of our magnets on our fridge.
We got some Kit Kats here. Hazelnut Crunch.
Ooh.
And Cookie Crumble.
Ooh.
I have not heard of either of those.
Me neither.
Here's that grapefruit tea. This is from David's Tea.
I love David's.
And more Tim Hortons Bold Roast. And here's some more tea. This is green passion fruit and just peachy.
I do love fruit teas.
Yeah, Mal really likes fruit teas.
Yeah, this one's a fruit infusion too.
Oh wow!
Exciting.
There's another I haven't heard of any of these Kit Kat flavors. Caramel crisp.
Oh, that'll be your favorite.
Yeah, I'm a caramel fiend. I can eat me some caramel. Even more Kit Kats. Espresso biscuit and ganache. We haven't had any of these. Japan didn't have these.
No.
This one is caramel burst and sea salt. Oh man. Oh, caramel and salt. Sea salt is like one of my favorite flavors ever. Mint cream and cookie smash.
I do like mint. Do you like mint chocolate?
Mm-hmm, I do. That's gonna be like a with the little girls, they got the badges and the sash.
Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scouts. Couldn't think. I saw them mentally in my head, and I was like, they're standing there. What are they called? What are they called? And then this is a little gift.
That's the Purdy's.
This is the Purdy's. Well, I'm gonna like unwrap it. Ooh. Sweet Georgia Browns. Dark chocolate, pecans, caramel, and dark chocolate. Oh my God, those look good. Those look extremely good. I'm gonna tear those open and consume them. And then these must be the mugs.
That has your name on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this big old box on my lap. There we go. And I'm probably
Switching
should
me.
switch you. There we go.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited to see what is in here. It's a big mug too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this is really neat. So these are modeled after us as if they are Smash characters, and it's actually the same design as like choosing a Smash character. And mine is, I've got like a controller and also the vlog camera, and it says Vlog Gamer.
Mine says paint a smell.
I love it now. I absolutely love it. You should probably show them
Yeah.
so they can see it. That is super cool. Thank you.
And it has like your green and my rainbow.
Yeah. There's a lot of attention to detail here. These are super cool. And then on the side it says wish granted, June 28th, 2018. You guys, that is awesome.
Really
and
cool.
it's actually, I'm actually really excited about these now because since we have the coffee bar up and we have like places to put mugs, we can actually put them there and appreciate them. And whenever people come over and they grab a mug, like all the mugs have stories, you know? So it's like they can grab something for coffee and then all of a sudden they're like, what? And then we can be like, yeah, we can tell you all about that. This is really cool. This is really cool. So to the whole family, to Jade, and Ayrielle, thank you. Thank you all. It's hard to believe that a year has gone by.
Yeah.
It has went fast. That was still one of the most memorable and I feel important days of my entire life. And it was a pleasure and an honor to be able to do that. And I'm glad that we were able to do that, and I'm glad that we were able to continue to get to know all of you. That was really spectacular too. It's been a fun and very fast year, but that's certainly a day that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. So, thank you. To everyone that sent something in this month, thank you guys. This was an incredible month. A lot of mail this month. A lot of people sending in all sorts of things, all sorts of goodies, a lot of Wii games. There's just all sorts of stuff. Like, the upstairs is covered in things right now. So we're gonna get the air turned back on, because we turned the air off to record the videos, so we don't suffocate. But thank you for everyone who sent something in. If you're watching and you'd like to learn more about how you can do that, there will be a link in the description down below where you can figure out where to send it. And all the stuff to do. For now, thanks for watching. There will be even more mail coming your way very, very soon.